Hey guys, Ben here. As my mates call me, Jeffro. Decided to make a little video of my first, I suppose, real state forest hunt. I went to another one close to me. I live in Nowra, but yeah, that was more of just to have a bit of a look around, get the feel for it. But yeah, I went to Nadgee State Forest over the weekend, and yeah, so compiled a couple of little videos of things I was learning along the way, things I come across, yeah, just my whole experience in general. So the idea of this video was just, I suppose, for people like myself, getting out there, learning, and yeah, just, I suppose, troubleshooting along the way, and what to expect and what to work on, what I thought I did all right, what I didn't. Yeah, so I'm sort of just winging it. Hope you enjoy it, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Cheers. So I'm in Nadgee State Forest. I'm just walking one of the fly trails heading south towards the Vic border. Just looking for sign. I've never been here before, and I'm all new to this. So from what I've read and watched of property, yeah, just walking the fire trails for now to see and find some tracks or any sign. Yeah, see if there's anything possibly getting around here. I'll probably walk for another hour or so this way. If I don't see nothing, there's another heap of spots. Obviously it's quite a big park, so I'll just keep walking around, having a look, and hopefully we come across something. Wish me luck. We might be onto something, it's hard to tell. Shitload of rain, fucking soft. But, let's see. Oh, where are we? There. As you can see, it's fucking thick. So, I'll just keep looking, see what we get. One thing I already hate, fucking lyrebirds. Fucking dogs. In saying that, fucking beautiful country. We've got some good sign. It's not much, but it's something. I think it's going the opposite way of where I've come, but it looks a little bit older. So, well, the story of my life. Looks like I'm about to start getting wet. You can see the rain in the camera. We're starting to see some sign. It's looking good. So, thought rain never hurt anyone. So I've found a nice little gully that I'm just going to sit here for half an hour. It's probably the most visible gully I've been in so far. There was a bit of sign around, and that way is where I seen those prints, and they were heading back. So I'm wondering if this is the direction they're heading. Hopefully they're going to be coming back up the hill. Waiting game. Hey, so with the rubs in that video, if anyone thinks or has a reason why they don't think it would be a rub, please let us know in the comments, because there was a few trees that made me think maybe it wasn't. But yeah, the bark was thick. I tried pulling the other bark around it away to see if it just fall off, and she was stark. So yeah, if you know anything or have got any input on that, can you leave a comment and yeah, help me and whoever else out that's got the same questions. Cheers. So I got this far, the bridge is closed, so walking the rest of the way, trying out another little spot. See how we go. So I'll tell you one thing for free, anyone that's starting out on their
state forest hunts and stuff like that, same as me. Work on your leg fitness. Like, I'm fairly fit, play a bit of touch footy and fairly active, but I can tell you already, I can feel my legs and my calves and my hammies. You get some K's up, and yeah, if I get one, I'm going to have fucking fun walking it back. But yeah, it's all part of it, eh? Good fun. Right, so this track I'm heading down, it's fucking hasn't been used in I don't know how long. That's could mean one of two things. It's awesome because fucking no one's been here, so the deer are hanging around, or the other one is it's shit house. There's the reason no one's coming here because there's fucking no deer here. I did see sign at the start of the track, so they are around, but it's a bit hard to say how old they were. But there's some good gullies, but again, fucking thick. So I'll head to my little waypoint that I set earlier, and yeah, see how we go. Oh, I can't catch a fucking break. So I was following this track, and there's only probably just to go before I was ready to turn. No bridge at all anymore. Just a river or a creek. It's a track over there that I wanted to get to, and no such luck. Oh well, looks like I'm heading back and trying to find another way. This is the shit deal with. Thick, like BBC thick. Fuck. So the other thing that I've decided I'm going to do here, since it's so thick, that's fucking cunt trying to get anywhere. When I find a half decent gully that's got a bit of clearing and I can see it looks reasonable, just going to sit and glass. Something else that I'm going to try, which I'm sure I'll probably cop some flack, but I downloaded some running noises, and I've brought my Bluetooth speaker, so I might even give that a crack too. Yeah, don't care what anyone thinks, it's all trying, trial and error. So you can roast me if you like, it's cool, a thick skin. But yeah, I'm sort of running out of options. So yeah, thought I'd just drop that one. Cheers. Fucking thick, but lots of sign. I've got the wind in my face. Just trying to get into the gully a little bit. That was fresh shit. I think probably from last night. But as you can see, the hard bar's trying to get down into it. But a lot more promising. A lot of fucking footprints. Like not just one deer, but several. So I hope it works. Pretty disheartening, but this shit's way too thick. I've come across a creek that I believe would be running into the where I parked the car up because the bridge is closed down further, but there's no clearings, there's nothing, just all this shit, thick as fuck. So I don't know whether I sit on the track and just hope one fucking comes across, or go back to camp and have a rethink. Gotta love it, eh? Fucking spiders, mosquitoes, walking through this shit just to see if I can get to the other side, but it's just as bad. Oh well. Keep moving. Now this is what frustrates me. That's how thick everything is. You can't see fuck all. Then you get tracks that lead into this shit. But there's no openings anywhere. So you know they're here, but finding them is practically impossible. Unless you sit on a fire trail and hope you get the wind right and you sit and wait for them to cross over if they do. Because they look a little bit older. Ah, the joys. Ah, well, maybe next time I'll book my state forest hunt a little bit earlier so I can get a better forest. Or I can just man up and deal with it. All good, all learning. The other point I was meant to make, because I said there was two options. There's deer here because there was no one around, or no one comes here because there's no deer, or no one comes here because it's thick and people can't be fucked sitting and waiting. So I'm probably going to go with option C now, because this is ridiculous. But good in the hood. Oh, first day done. No deer. Plenty of mozzies. I've got my little thing going. Hopefully it's working. Obviously not. I just got bitten. Anyway, plenty of sign. It's just this place is fucking thick. It's very hard to find anywhere where you can sit in glass gullies and stuff like that. So it will be back again in the morning. There's one that I found. Still not the best, but it's the only one I've found so far. So I'll go back and first light and sit there for a couple of hours. Just stay there, don't move, and hopefully, yeah, might just snag one. Beginner's luck, hopefully. Anyway, that's day one. So far, not great, but we're having fun. It's all good. It's all learning, and yeah, frustrating but enjoyable. I'm liking it. Right, so that was day one. So my plan was just to walk around, yeah, find or walk around as much state forest as possible. Obviously, I couldn't take the whole lot. I only had 2 days. So from Google Maps and the Vanti app, or whatever it's called, yeah, just try and find the best spots on Google Map and then try and get there and have a look for myself. Obviously, Google Maps and what it actually is can be a little bit deceptive, and it wasn't quite as clear as it sort of looked on there. But that's, again, lesson learnt. So yeah, a lot of walking, a lot of looking. Like I said, there was lots of signs, fucking deer in there, shitloads of them. But yes, very hard to find a spot where you could actually sit and watch, unless it was on the fire trails where I found the sign, or if you sat in the scrub, which I don't hear of too many people doing. But yeah, so that was day one. No luck, but yeah, it was all good. Last day of hunting. I've got to about 10, maybe 11 o'clock if I'm patient enough. I'll pick this one spot. I'm going to stay here for a bit while the wind's in my face. So I've got all of that in my favour. And if I don't like it, on the other side of that ridge. But at the moment, sort of blowing this way. So going over there is probably not that great at this point. Unless I'm hoping that they're coming from sitting in this one spot for an hour and a half. I'm going to give it another half an hour. The wind's blowing into my face, but it's hard to see, but there's another gully down that way, and I want to be facing the eastern side of the ridge, because I'm guessing, and from what I've learned, the deer will take that side because the sun's not on them. It's a bit cooler. So yeah, half an hour here, and I'll shoot off in that direction, and that's where I've seen some rubs yesterday, but nothing's come through here. So I'll head that way, and then head into the wind again, try and find a good spot, sit there probably for another 2 hours, and I'm hoping that's where they're sort of just hanging out. So if that was the deer that I scared earlier, that was the direction he went. It's hard whether you sit and stay and wait out, or if you move on. And I guess you'll never know if it was a wrong decision until you make it. But there is tracks through here. I seen fresh shit this morning, so they're around. I just don't know whether they're heading north, because there is a big low spot down there, and on Google Maps there's like a little bit of a clearing. I had a bit of a look, but I think it's overgrown now, but there must be something there, because they're heading that way, but they're also coming back. But it's thick as fuck down the southern side, so my bet is that's where they're going to bed down during the day. There's a nice little creek that runs through there. Again, it's fucking thick, so it's hard to see. There's that gully that I was talking about. I walked through there yesterday. Some of it's thick, but there's some spots where I should be able to take some advantage of. But won't know until we have a look. Fucking good times. I'm really testing my patience and my mental ability to just stop. Yesterday was a massive day of just walking around trying to suss out what's good, what's bad. If I can, when I get home, I'm not very computer orientated, but I'll put the points that I've marked on my map and explain where I went and what happened. So anyone that comes here, if you watch the video, if you come and have a look, you can either avoid it or go suss it out yourself, or the half decent spots you can come suss out. But if anyone's got any hints, tips, or better locations, feel free to hit us up. Not asking to give away hunting positions, but just general areas. There's a lot of people learning, and it can be quite off-putting to go out and get to a spot and fucking see nothing, do nothing. We want people to come together and help the sport and keep it going, not deter them. Anyway, see how we go. I'll let you know. This is the spot. There's tracks everywhere. There's a track just behind me that leads back in there. Then there's another track. Hang on, we'll turn the key. There's tracks that lead in through this little gully that go up through there. There's a couple of little tracks that are up there. And then there's, I came from over behind that big tree. I came from that direction and came down, and there was multiple tracks. There was a few others further south, but you can see that bush there was like that pretty much the whole way through. So I followed the edge of that to find this little bit of a clearing, walked through it, and wake the dead. Now just sit and wait and make friends with these fucking mosquitoes. And yeah, I don't know, I feel good. I feel like this is where it happens. I know I'll be disappointed if it doesn't, but I haven't felt this semi-confident since I got here. Wait see. Fucking wind is twirling now. It was doing more of a, it was coming north, I was heading south of the northerly wind. Now it's fucking chopping and changing, northerly, southerly. It's fucking blown east a couple of times. Hasn't gone fucking uphill yet. So hopefully something comes from behind me. But if this keeps up, I won't be able to stay here much longer because fucking no point. Can't win, eh? Oh, it's I've made a decision that the wind's fucking killing me. Can't make its mind up which way it wants to go. So I'm gonna move on. Going to walk up that escarpment there. There's another little gully that runs through there. The wind's sort of heading that way at the moment anyway. So I'm hoping to get up there and just try and keep an eye out on my left. See if there's anything sitting in there, and yeah, head back to the car and call it, I think. Now over to the fat lady sings. Who knows what will happen. My heart stood still for a minute. It was hard to see. Look that way. That there. I walked past that looked like the body of a deer. Fucking shit myself. It's just a lob. Motherfucker. Well, that's a wrap. Went to one more little spot. Seen nothing. I'm not going to hang around. I'll walk out. Won't be trying to be quiet either. Just fucking get out. Get on the fire trail, get back to the car, go back, pack up camp. And 4.5 hour drive home. Ah, well, shit happens. Good fun. All learning experiences. Learned a shitload actually. But yeah, I'll see if I can do another little video and gel this all together when I get home. Yeah, just for anyone starting out and keen to learn from my mistakes and points I've picked up along the way. And yeah, fuck, who knows? Might be a deer on the track on the way down. Doubt it, but I'm not back to the car yet. I haven't taken bullets out of my rifle, so we'll see. Anyway, see you later. So, these guys weren't here yesterday. It must have been last night. Motherfuckers. Oh, back in the car. on the way back to camp. Well, not as successful as I was hoping, but got a lot out of it. And I'll be back, whether it's this forest or another forest, and when, I don't fucking know because of work, but I'll be back. And yeah, see if we can tidy it up a little bit from the lessons learnt. Anyway, better focus on what I'm doing. She's a little bit steep and plenty of trees and soft spots. Alright, I'll see ya.
Righto, so here's the map. This is where I started. This is where on the first day I started and had a bit of a look around. And that's where I ended up on the second day, pretty much all in here. Because that's where the clearings were, where I could see the most. When I went for a drive and I came to the bridges that were closed, that's where I parked the car, that's where the bridge was closed. And then I was heading for this one, but I didn't quite get there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. So I walked down that trail, then came up here, and I was heading for that by going up that track. And yeah, the bridge around here somewhere was closed. Actually, probably about, I would have been there somewhere. Anyway, I ended up going up that track, that little dotted line there. That's where I went up. Again, thick as fuck. Had no luck, so called it there. And then head back. So this private property here. Heap of grass and stuff. I'll be honest, I went and had a look just to see if there's anything on there, but nothing. I seen one kangaroo. So yes, came in on Maxwell's Road, then headed down this, then up this little track. This is where I first seen the sign, sort of coming up this track here. Seen a bit of sign, and walked up here and sort of looped around on the first day, had a bit of a look. But in general, up on this hill's where I stopped and had a bit of a look, then headed down into this gully. This is where I ended up, the last part where I felt confident, looked good, all the sign, but no luck. But yeah, so that's where I was, that's what I was doing, and yeah, that was Nadgee State Forest. No luck for me, but I'm sure plenty of other people have had luck there before. Yeah, shit happens. It's all good. But yeah, just for everyone's references, that's where I was and that's where I went. So that's it. That's my little Nadgee adventure. Yeah, hopefully you guys get something out of it. Leave feedback if you think I've done something wrong or I did something right or whatever. Just any comments. Happy to receive and reply to when I can. And yeah, roast away. I'm sure I'm going to get some people that tell me I'm a dickhead and I shouldn't be doing something, but that's all good. Don't care. Fuck, send it. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'll try and make some more as I go along. See how good I get. Probably won't, but shit happens. It's all good. All right, thanks guys.